NBC's Bonanza was notable on a technical level for being the first Western broadcast on TV in color. It was also the second longest-running Western series on American television, right behind CBS's Gunsmoke. It starred prominent actors like Lorne Greene, Pernell Roberts, Michael Landon, and Dan Blocker. While the series' phenomenal cast was certainly one of its primary draws, its visual aesthetics were also quite striking. Simply put, Bonanza wouldn't have been the hit show it became if it wasn't for its immensely talented set designers and location scouts. Keep watching to learn what became of Bonanza's various shooting locations and sets in the years following the airing of its final episode in January 1973. The original Lake Tahoe Ponderosa Ranch was recently sold. Between 1959 and 1973, the Cartwright family rode horses with guns blazing across several TV sets featuring backdrops of serene mountainsides and lush pine groves. One of the most famous shooting locations was the Ponderosa Ranch. While Bonanza was a fictional show, the ranch itself was not. The real-world Ponderosa Ranch is a massive 24-acre property in western Nevada. Today it looks a little different, and recently it sold for a jaw-dropping $38 million. According to Realtor.com, the home's staggering high selling price makes it one of the most expensive waterfront properties to be sold on the Nevada side of beautiful Lake Tahoe. The home that serves as the centerpiece of the property features 17,000 square feet of floor space and includes 9 bedrooms, 9 fireplaces, a full gym and sauna, a game room, and a home movie theater. The Ponderosa Ranch was listed by Lexi Soretti of Sierra Sotheby's and attracted the attention of wealthy city slickers who were no doubt looking for a bit more space and seclusion. The property has been on and off the market since 2016 and was initially listed at $59 million. In addition to the luxurious amenities we mentioned, it also has 378 feet of private beach access and a giant 15-stall horse stable. It features a wine cellar, 2 office spaces, a crafts room, and multiple living rooms. The Iverson Movie Ranch. This shooting location has been called one of the most shot-up movie and television locations in cinema history. The Iverson Ranch is situated in the picturesque rocky foothills of the Santa Susana Mountains just outside Chatsworth, California. Over the years, it's been used to simulate terrain in the Wild West, the South Seas, Africa, Asia, and even alien interstellar landscapes. More than 2,000 films and TV shows have been filmed there. With its oak trees, sandstone boulders, and 3 mountain peaks as its backdrop, this location is easily one of the most recognizable sites for film and TV audiences of all ages. The history of the ranch began in 1884 when a man named James R. Williams managed to convince his sister-in-law, Augusta Wagman, an immigrant from Sweden, to homestead 160 acres of the rocky countryside just east of the Niels Johnson Ranch in northwest Chatsworth. Williams planned to acquire the property from Augusta after the homestead was, as he put it, proved up, but Augusta ultimately decided she wanted to keep the farm. In 1888, she married Carl Iverson, who was an immigrant from Norway. In time, the couple and the 5 children they produced grew their ranch to over 500 acres. Later, it became a part of the notorious Spahn Ranch, but we'll get to that one in a bit. Before we tell you more about the set of Bonanza, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Let's flash forward to 1912 when the first film, D.W. Griffith's Man's Genesis, was shot at the ranch under the Iverson family's supervision. The following year, Cecil B. DeMille shot his 1914 film, The Squaw Man there. By the late 1910s, what would inevitably become a long, fruitful, and enormously profitable relationship between Hollywood and the ranch had been established. In the years following, the Iverson Ranch became one of the go-to Western filming locations. The Lone Ranger, The Gene Autry Show, Tombstone Territory, and Gunsmoke were among some of the best-known Westerns to be filmed there, and Bonanza used the site extensively during its later years. By the mid-60s, California began construction of the Simi Valley Freeway, which ended up cutting the ranch in half. The presence of the freeway also produced a lot of noise, making the ranch property significantly less viable of a filming site. Coupled with the declining popularity of the Western genre in general, the Iverson Ranch soon fell out of vogue and eventually ceased to be a sought-after shooting location. The last movies filmed there were Support Your Local Sheriff in 1968 and Pony Express Rider in 76. Here in these photos, you'll see a cabin that appeared in a 1969 episode of Bonanza called Mina. This small wooden building was one of the last sets, potentially even the last set, built at the ranch while it was being used as a filming location. In the years that have gone by, the ranch has been sold off and developed into a residential neighborhood. Today, the site of the cabin contains an upscale estate. In the episode the cabin was featured in, the title character, Mina, played by actress Ann Prentice, was prevented by Little Joe from killing the Cartwrights' good friend Candy. In this screen grab, Prentice is seen holding a gun in front of the cabin. The Spahn Ranch's murderous history. After infamous cult leader and convicted murderer Charles Manson was evicted from the cabin of Beach Boy Dennis Wilson, he and his followers made their way over to an LA County ranch where they met and befriended its owner, George Spahn. Spahn had been the owner of the ranch since 1953 when he purchased it from Lee and Ruth McReynolds, who used it as a movie set. But by the time Manson and his ragtag band of vagrant flower power adherents had arrived, he was 80 and going blind. Mr. Spahn took a liking to Manson, and the two arrived at an agreement where Manson and the women who saw him as their guru could work the ranch in exchange for being permitted to stay there. The Manson family relocated to the ranch gradually. They first stayed at a church nearby before squatting in old, dilapidated shacks along the riding trails in the surrounding area. After moving into the ranch, Manson and his followers used it as their headquarters from 1968 to 69. In 1969, Manson convinced some of his followers to murder actress Sharon Tate and 6 others. The killings rocked the nation and resulted in the arrests and subsequent convictions of Manson and his murderous minions. During the years the Spahn Ranch was used as a shooting location, offerings like The Lone Ranger, Duel in the Sun, The Creeping Terror, and Bonanza were filmed there. It was mainly used as a spillover filming location when the Iverson Ranch was already in use. Bonanza's other shooting locations. Big Sky Ranch in Simi Valley has been used for the filming of countless westerns, including Rawhide, Little House on the Prairie, Jericho, and Bonanza. In 2003, a fire destroyed the majority of the remaining sets, including a farmhouse featured on Gunsmoke, Little House, and Bonanza. As of 2011, the ranch was still listed as a filming location on the property's website. Recent productions to film here include The Office, Django Unchained, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Red Hills Ranch in Sonora, California was also a location often used during the filming of Bonanza. It likewise filmed numerous scenes at the Bell Moving Picture Ranch in Simi Hills. Lorne Greene built a Bonanza replica set. Lorne Greene loved Bonanza so much that in 1963 he built a house on a property in Mesa, Arizona, modeled after the Ponderosa Ranch. The Ponderosa 2, as he dubbed it, is now on the market for $850,000. Besides the shooting location in Lake Tahoe, many of the scenes filmed to bring to life the original Ponderosa in Bonanza were actually acquired at a Paramount Studios lot in Hollywood. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite episode of Bonanza? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to FactsVerse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.